Greetings people, this is Keith Modesto doing my Let's Play Minecraft series using the Forge mod loader and the Direwolf 20 mod pack. This is Minecraft 1.7.10. Okay, so this is part 2 of building my new base, or an extension. The old base really isn't that far, so this is kind of, you could think of it as an extension of the base, but that was, you know, I built like a stone shack, a hovel, and now I want to build a real building, right? So I built in the last episode I built the floor, the basic plan, and the frame, and now we want to fill in the walls. And I decided to use these. This is jungle wood planks, and I used the chisel. The chisel mod adds new texture patterns to some blocks, and so there's a block here it's called the smooth jungle wood plank. So over here, that's the one on the top there. Those are the vanilla jungle wood planks, and if you look close, you can see there's a little bit of a difference between them, and that's the one we're going to use. I put these up here to test things, to decide which one to go with. So first we're going to get rid of this stuff. I had to go searching. I thought I had some jungle wood logs, right? That I got from somewhere, but I don't remember. I couldn't remember where. So I looked around for my chests for jungle tree saplings, and I couldn't find any. So I had to go searching, and it took me quite a while. In fact, I went to the extreme step of kind of extreme. So I don't know. It was about this. What I had explored before was about this much, and so I went over here and around here and over here. I tweaked the config file for Biomes of Plenty to increase the chance of jungle biomes because I wasn't finding anything. But I did finally find some. I got back to my base and I looked around and said, well, which direction haven't I gone? And I haven't really gone north a lot past around here. So I went up here, went through a lot of ocean, and finally found a jungle biome right here. Right there. So I felled a bunch of jungle trees and got myself some jungle wood. Oh, it's over here. So let's grab some of it. I guess I get rid of this stuff I'm not going to use. I have some other supplies here that we'll get to, hopefully. Okay, so I'll just grab a couple of stacks here and turn them into the right. Well, first we have to first we gotta turn them into planks. Oh, it's already getting dark. Wow, I'm getting a lot of lag. Okay, that's probably all I'm gonna be able to get out of that. That's all I'm gonna be able to fit in my inventory. Okay, so we take our chisel and we put the planks here, and the one we want is this one, smooth jungle wood planks. Smooth jungle wood planks. Okay, so I'm going to do all these, and then by the time I'm finished, it's probably going to be dark. Oops, got to put it in the right spot. Why do we have different sound effects? Guess it's just for variety. Okay, is that everything? Smooth, 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 smooth. Oh yes, okay. Oh, and the sun is about to go down. So I'll get rid of that and get my sleeping bag, and we'll sleep right on the ground. Come on. Come on. Anytime now. Oh, there we go. That took a long time. You know, the sun's right there on the horizon. I should be able to sleep, but it's got to be just the right time or something. So I must move back. Okay, let's put these jungle. No, I should swing back. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's too high. Let's see. I have in my bag some of these. And I guess we're gonna have to use them a little. Okay. Ugh. Okay. And a few more here. I'm just going to do the front here and see how it looks. And then, of course, I will explain my thinking here. Oh, I didn't set my timer, did I? Oh, well. I'll have to figure this out. Okay. Okay, I think that looks good. Now the problem is there are no windows, are there? So, window. Wonder. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I'm thinking about. Well, I'm thinking about. You know, I might want to have a little bit of a window here, but I would want it. I would kind of like to use micro blocks, but I don't think these. Oh, what is this called? Chisel. I don't think that. Let's see if I find these. You can make facades with them, but that's it. And that would not work. But I think we might be able to use carpenter. We might be able to use carpenter, the carpenter blocks. There's a slab, and I think we could finagle things that way. I'll have to test that. But I'm going to, of course, want to put in windows. But I'm going to do this first and then think about the size of the windows I'm going to put in. I've got some glass in one of the chests there ready to go. You might have noticed it when I opened up one of them, that there was glass in there. I don't know if I have enough glass. But I want to see how this looks, just the front here, with all the wood in, and then decide how I want to do the windows. You know, like what dimensions, how, if I want one big window, a smaller, multiple smaller windows, that kind of thing. Okay. So, I think that looks pretty good. Let's think about where the windows should go. Like here. Okay. Now this looks like you can't see the column anymore. I don't know if I want to do anything about that or not. Like, I could just make... I don't think you can use... I don't think great logs could be micro-forged either. Quick wood logs. So you can get planks, you can make them, you can use them in barrels, all kinds of stuff like that, and you can do that kind of thing to make wood blocks. You can smelt them, you can fuel. That's pretty much. Oh, you can. Oh, okay. Okay, that would be it. Okay, that would be an easy solution. I can make some strips or something and put them down there. That's a good thing to know, because then I could add little embellishments. What I'm thinking of, as you know, is laying kind of doing the basic big parts and then refining things over time. Okay. Okay, but back to the windows. Back to the windows. Okay, so, well, the easiest thing to do here, I guess, is, you know, I can just take out these middle ones and make this all glass. Let's see, think about how that looks. That has there's a disadvantage. I mean, it's all symmetrical. There's a disadvantage in that you can't see. There's nothing at that eye level. I'd have to replace these with slabs, which I can do, I think, with Carpenter. That's what I was just thinking about. You can't. Well, you know what? I don't know that. Maybe maybe they has a native slab. That would be nice. No. No. Okay, but I think Carpenter blocks would work. But because then I could like just lower it down one. Because I don't want the glass to sit right on this first course of bricks. I want there to be something in between. Well, let's just see how this looks, though. So I need some glass. Okay, so I have glass in here, but this is vanilla glass. And if I change my mind about something, I need to make some more room here. If I change my mind about something, and I have vanilla glass in there and break it, then it's going to be gone, right? So it'd be better if I had something that you can break and get back. And if there's some kinds of glass in which that is possible, and there's actually one which I can get really easily with using the chisel, which is really convenient. It's the thickened glass from Extra Utilities. So I'm going to turn this all into that. That's what this is right here, thickened glass. And another nice thing about this is that you can, because I don't have that much of it right with what I just made, not enough for the whole house. Well, I can show how this looks though. So I take my thickened glass here, and you see it's borderless, or it has connected textures. It does have a border, but the textures connect. So the border is for the whole group of glass instead of just each individual block. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, but I can make things a little bit better if I get myself a I make some micro parts, and to do that I need to make a saw, which I haven't made before, but there are. Here we go. I need more sticks than that, but here's some wood. So let's make some more sticks. Oh, okay. So if I go over here and I make a saw which looks like this. You can make saws using these two sapphires. You can use different things. Oh, I had enough sticks. I didn't need to make more sticks. Let's get rid of these sticks because I'm having inventory issues. Okay, so we take we'll just do 16 to begin with. Okay. Oh, look, you can put that in there and you get a different kind of glass. Anyway, so I go like this, and that makes thickened slabs. And I do that, and I get panels. And I don't think you can get covers. Oh, I think we'll stick with panels though. Okay, so I turned 16 glass blocks into 64 panels. That's an increase, I believe, of 4. So let's go over and do the same thing over here, only let's use these panels and see the difference in the way it looks. And then I think I can even turn those back into blocks if I just put the panels in a grid, in a crafting grid. Okay, and it might help me if I have, whoops, I always do that. Let's put one there, there. Okay, this is just to make it a little easier to get in here. Okay, so it would be nice if you could kind of center it in the block space there, but it doesn't work that way. So I think it's better to have it on the outside. And then I could put things on the inside if I wanted, if there were decorative things that it can fit in the micro forge space, like if flower pots could fit in the rest of the block space that the panel isn't taking up, that would be really cool. Because then you could have picture windows with flower pots in them. Okay, I get rid of this so I can see. Okay, so that doesn't look too much different than this over here, does it? at least from the outside, it looks pretty much the same. When you have your mouse on it, you can see the bounding box. So the bounding box is different. But if you don't have the cursor on, you can't see the bounding box. You really can't tell the difference. Now from the inside, I'm guessing you can see the difference, but I don't know if it's gonna. That takes up the whole. Those are blocks, so that takes up the whole block space. And over here we have just panels. And I have some wood in here, so you can see that that it doesn't take up the whole space, but it still looks fine. I think that looks good. Okay, so that's a big savings. And what I would like to do is put a window there, but I'm gonna have to make. I think I'm gonna have to make carpenter's blocks. I'm not sure how the glass is gonna work there. I'll have to work on that. Anyway, but I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that looks all right. I have to think about, I might want to take out the middles and put in something else. I guess let's replace one and see how that looks. Okay. So that's probably the middle. You see that the blocks are dropping and not breaking. That does look like the middle, so I need some. If I just put these straight in, how does that look? That looks alright. I think that might be a little better. Let's see how it looks over here. Alright, I think that's good. Okay. Let's think about. I guess tall windows would look alright. Let's put some more of these things down. I almost walked right off. Do I want, how tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it wouldn't be even. So I guess we'll just keep it one big old thing. So let's get, where's my glass at? Right there. Okay. And let's do the same over here. And then I'm going to have to, I'm either going to be wrapping this up or taking a break because I don't know how long I've been recording. I forgot to set my timer. Oh, I kind of didn't do this in the right spot. Okay. And I really can't do anything there yet until I get carpenter's blocks. That does. Okay, I like this. I like the windows on the sides. I need to figure out what I'm going to do here though. But other than that, that is good. I think that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to do a cut now. I might come back and just wrap things up. I have to look at my recording that I've done so far to see how much time I've taken up. But I haven't done anything yet about the roof. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop now, and I'm gonna build the walls, the rest of the walls, on the outside walls, and put in windows, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks, and that'll probably be the end of the episode. All right, so I'll be back as soon as I have that done. All right, people, I'm back, and I've finished putting in the exterior walls with windows into this new building. So I'm gonna walk around to let you have a good look here. And we'll go inside, and then we'll wrap up the episode because that's pretty much all we have time for. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I just walked around. I thought I got everything. Well, you can see how I do it. I think I already showed how you do it, but here we go. All right. So I think I got it this time. Now the proportions are not exactly what I want, but we're gonna put off refining things until after we put on a roof. The refining will, if it's possible, using carpenter's blocks, because these are these are special chisel blocks, these smooth jungle planks. You don't have the vanilla slabs. which I could have used, I suppose, except for not for vertical elements anyway. But or micro blocks. They don't work with micro blocks. You can't use the. You can't use the. I used the saw, right, to make these thickened glass panels out of these thickened glass. That is not available with these. I can't use the saw to make smaller parts from these jungle wood planks, smooth jungle wood planks from chisel. It doesn't work. But there's carpenter's blocks, which I'm hoping I will test this. I guess that'll be the beginning. Well, we want to put it on the roof though. First we'll put it on the roof. I guess I will test it in between episodes off camera. But I'm hoping that the carpenter's blocks. Oh, I guess we could just do it right now, real fast, if I have the resources here. Oops. Oh, why am I hitting? I can't get my. There we go. There. Okay, so we want to make the half. Is there a half slab? Uh-oh. There must be a half slab. Carpenter block, isn't there? Maybe you turn this into a half slab somehow. Let's just see if the block will work. Get some oak wood here. Do I have any oak wood? Well, this will work. Oh, I have oak wood here. Jungle, oak wood. We'll use. Oh, this is the wrong kind. We'll use 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. We'll go here. So, turn this all into planks, and then make some sticks. So we put sticks around and put a plank in the middle, and that gives us 5 of these, right? And then we place one down, like that, and then you right-click with the jungle wood plank, and it turns it into that, right? Now, the point, though, is it's got to be able to change the appearance of this somehow. I don't know how. That's not how you do it, though. Maybe I need to have an open hand. I'll have to look into this. For some reason I thought there was a half slab version of this. Maybe, except for there's stairs. You make that way. Well, I have to go like this. I can make a collapsible block. I have no idea what that is. Stairs, there we go. Safe, carpenter's ladder, stairs, the hammer. Oh, maybe I need a hammer. Hatch, tile, door, bed, ladder, gate. Come on, there's got to be a half slab. Pressure plate. What was that? Chisel. I'm going to be sad if there's no half slab. I'll have to look at that. If that's not possible, then I'm going to have to think of something else. Oh. Okay, well, thought we got to wrap up. So this has been Keith and Vanessa working on my house. This is part 2. I guess there's going to be a part 3. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.